If you're someone who's been working in a toxic environment, an environment so poisonous that it's important for you to quit, you felt like that's the right choice for you, I have no arguments whatsoever. You know what you need, you know what you don't want to tolerate. Good for you. But how do you recover from that experience that was so bad it drove you out the door? That's the subject of this conversation today. And there are a couple of things that you can do. And the first one is to take a little bit of time for yourself. Now, this assumes that you have the ability to take off from work for a little while. If you don't, maybe you need to power through your job search and circle back to this later on. But the idea becomes start off by recognizing what your strengths are. What are you good at? Don't worry about whether it's professional or not. Just write down what you're good at. And if you can't do it because it just feels like too much effort, ask people who you know about some of the positive things about you. You can ask a good friend. You can ask a former colleague. But write down a list of the things that you're good at and what your strengths are. And then number two is don't really stay in contact for a period of time with former colleagues from that firm. You can unfollow your boss on LinkedIn. You can ignore some of the posts that you see from others from your firm. You don't want to burn bridges, but you don't want to be in relationship with them right now. Because all that's going to happen is they're going to ask, but why? We miss you. And you're going to talk about it, and it's going to instill a venom within you for a while longer. If you can afford a therapist, go to a therapist. If you need a coach to talk to, hire a coach. Whichever it is, find a way to talk to someone who's a professional about what it was like in that environment. Take a little bit of time to reset yourself. And thus, before you start a new job, you might find some time each day to meditate or do a long break in the course of the day. You may need to completely hide out from everyone for a while and binge watch on TV, but take a little time for yourself and do things that you're good at. So this goes back to that first list. Have a little bit of fun. Work out. Don't worry about it being professional. Just have a little bit of fun for a while. And hopefully this is going to lead you to the most important step, which is to figure out that the lies that you've taken on, the stories that you started to believe at your previous employer aren't true. And it's time to set those aside. This takes a little bit of time, but it's important to do that. The lies we tell ourselves that we take on from others are exactly that, lies. And thus, it's important to take a little bit of time to recover from a toxic environment, from a poisonous environment, so that you can move on well to the next place. I'm Jeff Altman. I hope you found this helpful. Visit my website, thebiggamehunter.us. There's a ton on the blog that can help you. In addition, if you're interested in one-on-one coaching, you can schedule time for a free discovery call or schedule time for coaching. I want to help. Also, there's a ton about my courses, books, and guides. Like I said, the blog is great. And I also want to remind you, connect with me on LinkedIn, because your network is going to get a lot bigger if you're connected to me. I've been on the platform almost since the beginning. Hope you have a terrific day, and most importantly, be great.